Alright, what is up, fellas? Next month on April 17th, we got a big boxing match, if that's what you want to call it, between not boxer Ben Askren and not boxer Jake Paul. They had a press conference of it like 3 days ago, which was March 26th, and it's the 28th, 12:36 a.m. by the way. Just got done watching some UFC fights. So we're just going to go ahead and watch this. I was going to do the full press conference, but not only do I not want to make like an hour long video, I can't stand listening to Jake Paul for longer than like 30 seconds. And I'm going to try to bear through it because this dude is a fucking doofus. I just don't like, fucking nobody likes him is what I'm trying to say. His older brother's a fucking idiot as well. But he's a decent dude, I guess. I don't really keep up with them. He's not a boxer. I fucking know that. But anyways, let's go ahead and start this. I went ahead and skip like 40 seconds because I don't want to just listen to the fucking moderator talk. So.
Doing good, doing good. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you guys. Hi Ben.
I don't know what he's wearing. I don't know what the fuck he's wearing. Can we skip that? As though he's wearing like a damn quilt from the 1300s. Flannel and these like side bags are fucking.
Well, you guys have set the table for this pretty well with that video.
It's probably like $700,000 on his
doing beforehand. And Jake, I'll start with you. You've kind of indicated that at the end of the day, your boxing skills you feel are better, and that ultimately that's the difference.
No, 100%. I mean, this guy's striking is that of a grandma. Quite literally, if I put a grandma in against Jorge Masvidal, she would have lasted longer.
Jorge Masvidal knocked Ben Askren out in 5 seconds. And judging by this, I haven't seen this yet, but I assume he's just going to harp on that this entire time and just use that as like the baseline for all his jokes. He's a fucking idiot.
You know, he's a good athlete, they say, but April 17th he's going to get exposed. You know, we saw Steve Cunningham.
He says exposed, but no one thinks Ben Askren is a boxer, so he's going to get exposed for what? He's a wrestler.
It's a boxer versus an MMA guy. I love Frank Mir, but at the end of the day, Steve's gonna take care of business. And then later on in the night, same thing's gonna happen. This is boxing versus MMA, and you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the difference of a wannabe fighter. You know, a guy who choked in the Olympics.
A wannabe fighter, Ben Askren, who is an actual fighter. Like, actually fights. Doesn't box, doesn't fucking, I mean, I used to wrestle, but an actual fighter, and he calls him a wannabe. That's the most ironic thing I've ever heard, calling that coming out of Jake Paul's mouth.
UFC.
Wannabe fighter.
Now a guy who's gonna choke against Jake Paul. I'm gonna end this guy's career as an embarrassment. Masvidal did it once, I'm about to do it again.
I had heard of Jake Paul prior to accepting this fight, but I couldn't have told you a lot about him or his brother. I knew, he kind of came up in his brother's shadow. He was trying to fill his brother's footsteps. You know, his brother's a lot more talented and larger following. Those type of.
You literally went on your Instagram and asked people for roast. You asked people for roast on your Instagram, and that was the top comment was say that his brother is better than him.
Is he?
That's like calling Kendall Jenner. Like,
I don't know anything about that. Anyways,
an off-the-cuff analogy. This dude is brilliant. You think as many times as he's done this that he would be better at it? Because he's got some fucking
still a compliment. I would love to be Logan. Logan's a great kid. Both stars. Both taking over the world at a young age.
Logan is a great kid.
okay, so when Logan's little brother called me out, I thought about it. Like,
You actually called me out. Let's get the facts straight. You called me out the week of the Nate Robinson fight.
This is what makes press conferences suck. When you do nothing but interrupt each other. And he doesn't understand. That's why Ben always stops talking. It's because he realized that a shitty press conference is where everyone is talking over each other. You can't understand. And this dude like interrupts like.
So continue.
okay, so when Logan's little brother called me out the week of the Nate Robinson fight, I said sure. More than happy to, right? I like to fight. I've been fighting for a long time. Never boxing, but I've done wrestling, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu. And I thought, well, from his angle, what's he doing? And I asked some of my kids at my academy, what's this guy all about? And they said he's a bully, he's a dick. And so I think from his angle, it was like, he's thinking, who's the easiest guy that I can pick that'll give some validity to my name? It's like, I'm gonna pick the guy who just had a surgery, who's
If I wanted to pick the easiest guy, I would have picked Dylan Dennis.
Well, we know
Dylan was too scared to sign the contract. You actually had the balls to sign the contract. So if I wanted the easiest guy, I would have picked Dylan.
Jake, you did pick Dylan. We know that. I've already went over that. You picked Dylan. I know he wouldn't do it.
You just said I picked you.
Because Dylan wants to say yes, dum-dum.
You choking on your words, Bubba?
You picked Dylan.
Choking on your words, Bubba?
You picked Dylan. Dylan wants to sign the contract. Therefore, you can't fight Dylan, so you have to pick the next person. Okay?
But you said I picked you first. You said if I wanted the easiest person, it would have been Dylan. But you're saying I picked you as...
How does this dude not understand this? You can pick more than one person. Ben is just saying he was a second choice. So you still picked him. It was a second choice. Dude, it's like arguing with your fucking girlfriend, man. Holy hell.
Dylan wants to I'm trying to stop talking. Okay. So anyways, like, this is typical bully behavior, but obviously sometimes
This is the fucking fight game. This is the fucking fight game. You pussy ass bitch. This is the fucking fight game. Yeah, I'll bully you around just like I'm gonna bully you in the ring. Shut the fuck up. You sound like a middle schooler. Oh, he's bullying me. Shut the fuck up.
I was talking to your mentality. You're not gonna bully me. That's not gonna happen. And you know, like, Jake, if you and I ran into each other in the back alley in Las Vegas, and I wanted
to do it right now. Do it right now. Then. We're running into each other right now.
Someone's gonna stop you. You got like 27 people.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
With Apple Card, you get up to 3% daily cash back on everything. So when you buy cheddar, you get cheddar. And through March, get a new Apple Card and use it at Apple. And get double the daily cash back.
Right now. That off my
screen. And here's what actually happened is after my Nate Robinson fight, there was probably 70 people calling me out, wanting to fight me. And there was probably 6 people that made sense to fight.
Made sense. Watch this. I haven't even seen this. He's talking about people that made sense. He's about to go list a list of people who are not boxers. He's about to go through a list of, because this dude will not fight a boxer. Like, he claims he's a boxer. He was gifted professional status. He is not a professional boxer by accolades, any accolade standard. He's never fought a boxer. He doesn't have a credentialed amateur record. He's not a professional boxer. He was just gifted that status. He's about to go through people that aren't boxers.
Diaz,
not boxer, not boxer, not boxer, not boxer.
Some YouTubers who are popular. But I wanted...
Because that makes sense. A boxing match only makes sense when someone's popular. What sense is that fucking?
But a real MMA fighter, when it
not
came to signing the
record.
contract, a lot of them didn't want to do it. And by the way, this is me coming to them with the biggest payday of their lives. This is Ben's biggest payday of his life.
Not Connor, not Nate Diaz.
So when it came down to signing the contract, he was actually down. So that's how it happened. And this fight makes sense. And you will embarrass the sport of MMA. You are representing the UFC. This is personal. You know, the whole MMA community.
You're trying to make me represent the sport of
No,
MMA.
you are representing the sport. Dana White is betting money on you. He's trying to get trainers to actually help you train so that you can beat me. So you are representing the sport of MMA. You are an MMA fighter. Just like I'm representing...
No, he is not. He was an MMA fighter. And how come just because Dana White bets money on Ben Askren that makes him represent MMA? I don't. This fucking guy, man.
Because I'm a boxer, just like I'm representing celebrities and YouTubers. Because I'm a celebrity and a YouTuber, so I'm representing all of those things. So you are representing them, and you will see boxing conquer.
Boxing
I don't have to do
conquer and
anything to
boxing.
get the attention of these guys.
That would make sense.
They have to get the attention of me at this point. They're talking about me more than I'm talking about them. He's one of the first fighters on the list. Yeah, he's the first MMA fighter that will be taken down. I think this will make the Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor fight that will happen one day more intriguing, of course. But there's...
He's fucking sitting there bricked up thinking about a fight. Just dick hard as hell thinking about a fight with Conor.
he has after this. You know, there's tons of people calling me out, celebrities still, athletes. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this fight will give me a lot of credibility. You know, Ben's 19-2, has less losses than McGregor, 2-time NCAA Division I champ.
He's giving off accolades that have nothing to do with fucking boxing, man. Holy shit, this dude is not very smart. He's talking about how boxing a guy who has never boxed before does not box in MMA. So it's not like Conor versus Mayweather, where Conor is a very elite striker. Not only in boxing, but overall in MMA. So that sort of made sense if, you know, we're nitpicking. Or if we're, you know, just using the term pretty loosely, it sort of made sense. But then it's fucking...
Big wrestler.
He's not very smart.
So yeah, he's a real fighter. And that's why I wanted to do this fight.
So he's a real fighter, not a wannabe fighter.
Is to show the world, like, yo, this real fighter's getting in with Jake Paul and he's going to get KO'd in 2 rounds.
I mean, 2021 seems like a tremendous year to beat up the whole Paul family.
He was on Logan Paul's podcast recently. Of course, I don't watch the podcast, but I just seen on my YouTube feed. I wonder how that went.
The fighter that I am now would knock out the fighter in the Nate Robinson fight. That is Jake Paul. So I'm completely different. And people will see I really haven't even gotten to show my boxing ability in my last 2 fights because they've both been like 4 minutes total, or like 7 minutes total.
It's a comment.
So, you know, I'm actually excited to see if Ben's going to give me a little bit of a test, a little bit of a challenge, because then people will see, oh shit, this kid can do that. Oh, he has this in his arsenal. Oh, he's been working on that. I haven't even shown the world what I can do. That's why this is fun, because I have the ace up my sleeve, and when you have the ace up your sleeve, and like,
hey, I was wondering, your cheerleaders that you brought to my room, like, do you pay them as coaches or groupies, or do you just give them like sloppy seconds and social media shoutouts?
Yeah.
So I did see this video where like Ben is just sitting there in an empty ass room with his wife, and he's just like slouched over like this, and then like 30 people come in the room, and literally he does not move an inch, and they all just like come in front of him and start fucking doing some cheerleading squad thing, and then he just sits like this. Just sits like this and just watches him. Does not move a muscle. Clearly is not intimidating.
I give them a ton of dry over the pants hand jobs. Maybe say your joke again and we can all remember to laugh. Say it one more time.
This is how you ruin a press conference. This dude is so fucking bad at this, man. Holy shit. You either have fun at the press conference or you don't put down your opponent. Because you know what happens then? Then tickets are flushed down the drain because, quote unquote, the opponent you're fighting is shit, so why would anyone tune in? And there is no storyline here because this dude just keeps playing everything down. You either have to have a good storyline or a super fucking good, compelling opponent. And this dude plays down both of them.
Just all laugh afterwards, just so you feel good about yourself. Say it one more time for us.
Oh my God.
You have another question?
Look at the cock on this guy. Look, we all have a lot to prove to the world, and I'm 24 years old. This is the biggest stage of my life. You know, last event was the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history. This one's going to be even bigger. Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. Not because of you, because of fucking Mike Tyson.
Are you kidding me? And you think for one moment I'm going to sit there and fumble this? You think for one moment I'm not going to work my bloody balls off to beat this bum? This Walmart-looking head-ass Napoleon Dynamite motherfucker? No. You got to be kidding me. So, yeah, I'm excited for this, and I have a chip on my shoulder, and I'm going to prove to the world April 17th. TrillerFightClub.com. Buy it now. But I'm going to prove to the world that Jake Paul's the real deal, and that's why I called out Conor McGregor initially. This is the road to McGregor at the end of the day.
It's hard to say. His opponents were so bad that he could have pretty much done anything he wanted to and won the fight. So yeah, I think TBD.
Great question. Definitely a boxing lifer. I'm addicted to this sport, and I will become the biggest prize fighter in boxing. Simple as that.
Fighting boxers, no. It's just freak shows because the fights don't make sense. Regardless of the outcome, regardless of the fighter, they don't make sense.
Thank you for the compliment. Have a ton of power. I didn't really even get to utilize it against Nate. He went down and I only landed 8 punches and he was knocked down 3 times. Hey, it's your dad calling in.
Stuff that's made it successful.
It's your dad calling in. Look.
That's Jorge Masvidal, I guess, that he has on FaceTime. I don't know what he's gonna say.
He's still alive? He's still alive, bro. I'm about to take him out. Hey, he's still alive. Don't worry, I'm gonna finish him off.
It's just like, this is like the Eminem clip from 8 Mile where like he just says like all the things you could possibly roast him for, and then when it gets to Papa Doc, he just like doesn't say shit because like, wow, well, now it's just cheesy and corny and expected if I start roasting you for the same shit you just said. That's like this, like everyone expects this.
Yeah, don't worry. Tell him I like the flip-flops, man. He said he likes your flip-flops.
I like how it like breaks character right there and has like a weird moment where obviously everyone could hear him, but he says, oh yeah, hey, Jorge likes your flip-flops. Why do you fucking say it all innocent like that?
That's my guy, Maz.
Ads, motherfucker!
What Steph Curry can do with a basketball.
Maker of Ben Askren. Jake Paul will be the finisher of Ben Askren.
So he had none of this hashed out. It's 1 o'clock, by the way, so I'm really tired. So he somehow ended Ben Askren's career, but then also made Ben Askren.
Does that bother you, by the way?
This dude isn't very smart.
5 seconds. It happens. Does it bother you? Not really. It doesn't really happen, by the way. That's only happened once.
Got a record.
You literally have the record. Yeah,
I have the record.
You hold the record. The record. Yeah. 5 seconds. Yeah. It doesn't like haunt you at all that like that's probably the most embarrassing fighter in UFC history.
Jake, I know you have low self-esteem, but you don't need to project it onto me.
This clip doesn't bother you?
I've only seen it like a million times.
After every year, any UFC event that Jorge Masvidal was fighting in, they played this clip like 1,000 times.
Bother me? No. Sure. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to throw knees in boxing, Jake.
Well, it's gonna knock you out. Same thing.
Okay.
Dude, Jake Paul, he's so bad because he takes everything literally, man. He responds to everything. You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
Go watch the great Chael Sonnen. You do not have to respond
like
to
I
everything.
said earlier, I didn't really, I knew of Jake and Logan when I took the fight, but I didn't know like a whole lot about Logan or his little brother. And one of the things that I can't believe is in MMA, I was kind of the heel. I was kind of not liked that much. But, Jake said in the pre-fight thing that it was 50 people wanted to win, 50 people wanted to lose. And I was shocked because it's got to be like 90-10. Pretty amazing how many people don't like you. I actually kind of find it pretty impressive, your ability to be disliked. That was a compliment.
At this point, bigger than the JJ fight, is there any interest in still fighting KSI, or have you outgrown him and you're just over that?
Yeah.
What is with the jewelry this dude is wearing, man? Who wants to wear that much jewelry?
Definitely outgrown him. There's interest. I think that's a fight that everyone wants to see, but at this point, it just wouldn't even be close. And I think, once he sees what I do to Ben, yeah, he's not gonna want to fight. And yeah, like even his coaches say it. They're like, hey, we're not letting KSI fight this kid right now. So his coaches know. His coaches know what will happen. KSI's ducking. And at the end of the day, it's like there's a lot bigger fights out there than JJ. So
like they have somehow convinced their fans that they're real fighters. It's tremendous. It's it takes an act. It takes a show. He's done that. He says pulling the fire truck, eating rice and chicken and shit like that. Like I'm in this for life. That's tremendous.
I see what he's talking about, Jake and Logan. Which they aren't real fighters. First of all, boxing is not full free fighting. It's not free form fighting or anything. Not that it's not a form of fighting or anything. But they're not even boxers.
Suck a dick. There's room for everyone to eat. Gary Vee once said, you can build your skyscraper in New York as high as you want without tumbling over someone else's skyscraper. So why are people mad that I'm successful? Build up your own skyscraper and There's room for everyone to eat in this sport, trust me.
I think it was a mass, not tissue, but yeah, I would say, you know, like a 1 to 1.1, somewhere in there. You know, again,
I wish I knew the questions that were being asked. I don't know why they...
Jake and I met in LA. I would just do a homicide if I wanted to. No big deal. I was most impressed by the fact that Jake, as a 24-year-old, is able to convince a whole team of grown men to do a cheer with him. That was tremendous.
It's called a team, a family, something that you don't have.
Just don't respond, you fucking idiot, man. He responds to everything. He really doesn't know how to do this. Just
Seems
let
like
it
you don't
be.
have really friends, and you know we're all in this together. This means a lot to us. You know this means
We're all in this together.
a lot to everyone. This is a part of history that everyone
What does this have to do with the cheerleading shit, man?
on my team is a part of history, and we're a brotherhood, and quite literally a bunch of 20-year-olds taking over the world.
Which planet is that? Which world are you taking over? Fucked up off of one fight and you think you're taking over the world.
Stupid.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't fuck you. I'm not thanking you for jack shit. That was the weirdest, most awkward, most ticket-destroying thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That was just super fucking awkward. Jake's not good at it. Let's read some comments. I mean, I can't believe you uttered the words, a wannabe fighter. That is exactly what he is. Never say his name, just call him Logan's little brother from now on. I mean, this is just what you expect. I don't know how he thought it was 50-50. No one wants him to fucking win. That was just so weird. That's the thing that you don't want before a fight. I assume Ben was just sitting there like, damn, it's just destroying this pay-per-view because no one's going to fucking buy it after this. Because of how weird he is. Anyways, I don't know if that was your all's first time seeing that, but I actually did not enjoy that at all. It was very awkward. It was like walking in on your mom stepping out the shower. It was just something you want to unsee, but it's fairly difficult. I'll see y'all later.